Let's get to the spoils of war thing without undue delay. We got this old abandoned quarry. This area has the highest grade granite there is in Europe. Feast your viewing eyes on this. Two dictators became obsessed about it. The granite may not appear very red all the time, years of dust and whatnot, but underneath it's red, all right. In the 90s I visited Nuremberg in Germany. There's this huge, now decaying area where pre-war Nazi party rallies were held. You can still recognize the Zeppelin field and this large grandstand building. Hitler had this vision: we will build a huge stadium and sports complex here. His vision for all the future Olympics was to host them in Germany in perpetuity. So the Germans struck a deal with this Finnish granite mining company. We want this granite right here, the best quality. Plan was to build this 90-meter high Nuremberg stadium facade from this particular rock. When the war ended, all the red granite was quarried, bought and paid for by the Germans. Then the Soviets made this claim: all German property in Finland will be confiscated for war reparations, and they shipped the granite slabs to Moscow, and it's all there, still visible today. The Soviets renovated their Great Moscovian Bridge that's near the Kremlin. The sides are faced with this granite in order to harmonize with the view of the Kremlin. You got Moscow metro stations, the floors and walls laid with this red granite. Talking about weird history. You're not going to camp here. A huge forest begins like a kilometer away. But while I get there, for your entertainment, something I filmed some time ago, but I left it on the cutting room floor. Coming at you, Enter the Dragon. It's the largest roundabout in Finland. Something this multi-lane thing is a monstrosity of a roundabout. Messy and confusing. Jesus, take the wheel when I make a break for it. Traffic engineering, it's not easy, I reckon. On the other hand, not being funny, but 10% of drivers on the road today should not be allowed to have driving licenses. I recently picked up this hitchhiker. She told me that some time ago a guy picked her up and wanted her to sleep in his motel room with him, and she hoped that this doesn't happen now. I was like, don't worry, because I don't even sleep in a motel rooms. I just make a campsite on the side of the road and sleep in a sleeping bag. So you can totally trust me. She wanted to get out of the car, like the next bus stop. I guess she wasn't a sub for this channel. Only 5% of viewers of this channel are women. Well, in Canada 15%, but I've never picked up a Canadian female hitchhiker. We got this American MRE with me, meatballs and marinara sauce. I don't know what this marinara is, but we'll see. We have this NATO application process going on. We got Turkey opposing Finland and Sweden's bid to join in. Many Europeans have visited Turkey, an affordable holiday resort. I visited in the mid-90s. Great history and lots of interesting stuff, but too much scamming, blackmail, extortion and corruption, both top down and bottom up. And tourists are the most vulnerable to this. Politically speaking, Turkey is of course trying to leverage it for the EU membership. Their economy is in free fall. They've got not enough reserves to prop up the failing national currency. They are one step away from Putin, dependent on Russian gas and oil. Let's see how all this plays out. Now I think it's marinara time. It seems this marinara is just regular spaghetti sauce. This marinara name is not used in Finland. Marinara. I'm a peasant. You expected much more sauce and bread. Someone asked what was the strange device in the previous video. I'll show you. We got this 1950s heating pad pillow. After 70 years, still in working order. It seems like back in the day things were made more solidly, quality-wise. Just look at simple coat hangers, solid wood. Now you get these thin, flimsy plastic hangers. I guess the question is, what do we want? Affordable stuff or quality build stuff that will last but will smack your wallet? I guess we can't have both. Not bad, by the way. The British Basha deployed and ready. I got the usual USGI MSS sleeping bag. The temp is like 10 degrees Celsius, not too cold. Good morning, it's 8 a.m. The sun is shining and there's nasty condensation and dew everywhere. Let's get the coffee machine burbling straight away while I get the boil on. Someone asked, talk about history stuff in Finland, why not? Something I left on the cutting room floor a while ago. Kerttulinmäen hirttokuppula. On top we got this plaque, the execution site for the city from medieval times to the late 18th century. Originally this place was located outside the city. Nowadays, let me show, it's swallowed by the city, but whoever made the decisions about the urban planning decided to preserve this historical site. Some great stories about the people on the gallows, the rope around their neck and about to be plunged into eternity. There was this guy, he saw a heavy rainstorm approaching and stretched out his final speech until he was satisfied that the attending officials would get thoroughly wet. A small snook cocked at authority, but one to be savored. With that, see you in the next video and good luck.